Randy Kay reports now from Atlanta.
Here in Atlanta, sex sells in the sex shops, strip clubs, and on the street. But beneath it all, there is an underground world of child prostitution, a multi-billion-dollar business worldwide. Sex slaves, girls as young as 9, paraded on the streets for money, sold from pimp to pimp, locked inside seedy motel rooms to do the unthinkable.
How bad is it for them?
Some of the girls have reported that they've had to sleep with 40 or more men through the course of a night. We call them Johns, but they're really rapists.
Atlanta is ground zero for child prostitution. Nobody knows how many underage girls are on the streets, but child advocates say it probably runs into hundreds in both poor and wealthy parts of the city. Raids like this one have only made a small dent in this thriving industry. Pimps are taken to jail, girls are freed, but quickly replaced. The Fulton County DA's office told us, quote, "From a law enforcement perspective, we need to be much more organized and we need many more resources to adequately combat the plague of child prostitution."
Why the interest in some girls? Experts say the Johns like them because they think they're cleaner than girls who have been on the street for a while. The pimps apparently prefer them because they can control them. They're impressionable and easily manipulated.
Shantique Wallace was just 12 when she walked the streets of Atlanta. Her pimp, known on the street as Batman, was willing to take as little as $10 from anyone who wanted to have sex with her. Batman made Shantique have sex with another pimp.
Take me back to that night when he forced you to have sex with him.
They told me, if you don't sleep with him, you're gonna die.
Did you truly believe your life was on the line?
Yes. Up to this day, I still do. I still do.
Shantique says she was held prisoner, kept tied spread-eagled to bedposts for 2 weeks in the house her pimp shared with his family. She says sometimes he forgot to feed her. All he wanted was to sell her.
People would come in while I was tied down, look at me, leave out.
Turns out Shantique was being held just 2 miles away from home. Her aunt eventually found her. Other girls remain enslaved on the street for years. The pimps themselves are often drug dealers looking to make an extra buck.
Some are drug dealers and some are in the business of sex because you can only sell a dime bag one time, but you can sell a 10-year-old girl over and over again.
They use people they call scouts to lure young girls in. And they know which girls will bite. Pimps canvass bus stops for runaways, the most vulnerable. The problem of child exploitation is so enormous here, Atlanta Mayor Shirley Franklin released this public service announcement targeting Johns.
Dear John, you have been abusing our kids, prostituting them, and throwing them onto the street.
In Georgia, pimping minors only became a felony in 2001. It was a misdemeanor before then, but convictions still don't come easy. Shantique testified against both her pimps. One cut a deal and walked free. The big fish, Batman, real name Andrew Moore, got 40 years. 7 years after her ordeal, Shantique is a freshman in college. She struggles with dating, but her grades are good. In her free time, she counsels young girls, hoping to teach them in life they have a choice, and child prostitution isn't one of them. Randy Kay, CNN, Atlanta.
Growing up fast, on the front lines, too young for a beer back home.